Hey guys, and welcome back to MBT. My name is Escore, and today is kind of a special day because we got our first request by a guy called Club Crasher. And yeah, I hope this is the first one to come of more in the future, because I added a suggestion request box into our channel. And yeah, so if you click the channel on the top right corner of the channel image, um, there is another button which says suggestion slash request. And the funniest thing is I actually recorded a video yesterday, but I scheduled it for Thursday, so I might talk again in this video about the suggestion box, but I already renamed it from suggestion box to suggestion slash request. And so yeah, if you want something built, be sure to fill out the form and send it to me, and I will look into it. So what he requested were, for example, wall traps. So fireball wall traps, as you've seen. The first one was quite fancy. What's cool about this one is you can reset it right here, and it only works once. So as I walk again, you will see that they will shoot a fireball, and yeah, it's pretty cool. And how this works is with a fast hopper clock, where the transfer cooldown is set to 0 on these both sides, and yeah, every pulse it will test for if a player is on dx equals 10, which is this line right here. And if I walk over this line, then about here, where the command block is, it will then summon a fireball into positive x direction, 10 into positive x direction, into y1, and then with the direction value of negative 1.5 into the x direction. And this causes a fireball to summon right here and then shoot into this direction. And yeah, if you want this to reset automatically every time, you can also add this command block to this location. And yeah, the second one is, if you might not have known, and this is quite easy. So you can do this with tripwire or pressure plates or what you want. But every time I walk over this tripwire, they will shoot a little fireball. And this is because I put fire chargers into a dispenser and I place the tripwire right next to it. And yeah, it will be triggered by the tripwire. You can also hide it in the wall or not. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And let's move on to the second one. So yeah, the second one were pressure plate traps, and yeah, first of all, we start with the not so fancy ones. This is just a pressure plate on top of a dispenser and shoots a fire charge again. You can also set the pressure plates like this. It will also shoot them because the stone block beneath it will give power to the dispenser. And right here, you can also set it up like this, so one in the center and one on the side. And you can also set it up like this, and it works with the diagonal pressure plates. But what you have to do is you have to put some redstone beneath it. And yeah, that's quite easy easy systems. Now we go over to the ones with the command blocks, which look a lot cooler, I think. And this works with the set block fire on a specific location, so this location, but this will replace the pressure plate. Yeah, if you want to reuse it, I will show this to you too. And this one over here will just shoot fire for a short duration, and then it will disappear again. And this works like this, where it sets fire to the location, and after one tick or two ticks, it will fill the location. So this is the exact same location above this clay block. It will replace fire with air. And yeah, you could also use set block, but I used fill because this is educational Minecraft, and yeah, maybe you can learn one or the other thing. And over here, as I walk right here, you will see, which is also pretty cool, when I step off, the pressure plate will be reset. I can reuse it. And this works like this, so I'm setting the block to fire. After a tick, I go over to a negation, and this negation triggers this redstone line here, and this command block where it fills the location, but instead of air I use the stone pressure plate 0. And yeah, also pretty cool. And the last one is of course the most fancy one, I think, but this is also really cool. And you do not need a pressure plate, and yeah, you do also not need the clay. This is just so you can I can see where the location is, where it will be. And yeah, it also needs the most resources. So there's a fast hopper clock like this, with transfer cooldown again. And then there will be a test for dy is 5, because this is the location where this command block is right beneath the location of the clay. And if this is successful, so the test for all players is successful, then it will set block fire and also turn off this redstone torch, so the command block works as a negation. And yeah, if I step off the location, then it will replace the fire with air again, and it's also pretty cool. And yeah, so now let's move on to the next one. So the next one was, and I'm not quite sure why, but yeah, I do not ask questions. The next one was this one here. You die if you climb a ladder the wrong way. I can still walk right here and walk away. Nothing will happen. And yeah, but if I climb the ladder the wrong way, then I will die. And this works with a test for block command, which tests for if the block I'm standing is a ladder. So as soon as I am here, it will be set to 1 because I'm inside the ladder block, or because the ladder block is inside this block. And if this is true, it will turn on this comparator and set on ladder to 1, and this will reset on ladder again. And over here, it will kill the player, or all players, when score is climbing is a maximum value of 0. Score on ladder minimum value is 1, and score on ground is 0. So maximum value is 0. And here it will test for score death minimum value of 1. So if I die, this will be set, and it will reset on ladder and reset death. And I have done this 2 times, so it is double as fast. And let's go to scoreboard objective list, and yeah, you can see that climbing, for example, is dot climb 1 cm, and depth is depth count, and everything else is just a dummy objective. And yeah, you also need a super fast clock, which is a fill clock, which fills this location with redstone and air. And yeah, there I set these scoreboard objectives, so on ground if the player is touching the ground, and if he's not touching the ground, it will be set to 0 again. So now it's 0, now it's 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, and 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, and then we have we set a score called is climbing to 0 if the player has the following tags. So if the climb time by minimum value is 3 and score climbing is 0, then it will set is climbing to 0. And that is because climbing is start climb 1 cm and is climbing is a dummy objective. And actually I'm using is climbing right here and not climbing. And that's because climbing uses more than just one command to get triggered. And yeah, here it is set to 0 if climb timer is 3 and score climbing is maximum value of 0. That means that 3 ticks have passed and you are not climbing because this is climb 1 cm. And right here it will add 1 to climb timer every pulse, and this happens very fast. And yeah, if climb timer is 4, and it will set climbing to 0 again, which is the climb 1 cm. if the climb timer is 3, minimum value of 3, and climbing is minimum value of 1, then it will set is climbing to 1. So I climbed 1 cm in 3 ticks. And over here, it will set climb time bar to 0 if climb time bar is minimum value of 4. And yeah, so it happens 1, 2, 3, 4 and tests, 1, 2, 3, 4 tests, 1, 2, 3, 4 tests, and so on and so on. And yeah, that's the second thing he wanted. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So on the next one, I also have created the reset one, the reset mechanics. So yeah, you can also, here is the is climbing and everything is inside here. To reset it, you just press this button and it will automatically remove and add the objectives you need. So for this one, we use the kill spell objective, the facing objective, and the shoot objective. So first of all, we have this super fast clock again, which fills this area. And yeah, here it sets the score of facing for players that look into a specific direction. So this is the rotation in which I used in my Weeping Angels mechanics video, and yeah, so it's setting the facing score if he's looking air-y into so this is 100 yeah, into this direction, and yeah, then I have it for facing 2, which is another rotation facing facing 2 again, so it does not set it all the time, because here it tests is it already set, or so is the minimum value 3 and is the maximum value 8, then it will set it to 2. Or is the minimum value 0 and the maximum value 1, then it will also set it to 2. But if it is 2, this will not be set. And yeah, this is for every direction. And I use 8 directions in this case. And yeah, now that the facing value is set, I can give myself a summon firebolt. So this is a blaze powder, and it has the display name summon firebolt. And yeah, now I have a firebolt, and if I press Q, then I can summon a firebolt, and now if I left click it, I can shoot it. And yeah, this works into every direction, and it's quite okay. And you can still, if you do this, you can still walk and aim, and I think that's okay. And I tried it with a filter of crushed pixel, I guess. I will add you the filter because it's pretty cool, but I could not figure out how to do it with direction values on fireballs, because fireballs need direction and not the motion tags. And yeah, I still pass the link if I find it. And okay, what happens after that is it will give an item an objective, will set the objective value to 1 of kill spell if that item has a display name of summon firebolt, and because this has a display name of summon firebolt. And then it will kill an item that has the score of kill spell minimum value of 1. So as soon as I throw it, there is an item which is summon firebolt, and then it will kill it, and this will be activated because this is successful, and then it will be reset again, so this is not successful anymore. Then it will set shoot to 1, and after that it will give you another blaze powder. And also works with a faster clock, but this has 2 on transfer cooldown, so these comparators can still turn on fast enough, because I had some problems with it somehow. And these right here execute at a player with the shoot value minimum of 1 and facing into a specific direction, so 1 for example. It will summon a firebolt relative to the player with explosion power 0, so you don't destroy the area, and a direction of 0, 0, 0, so it stands still and you can shoot it by hand and still aim. And yeah, this is for every direction again, and the relative coordinates change. So facing 1, 2, 3, and so on to 8, and after that it will set shoot to 0 and reset these command blocks. So this can only get triggered once until they are reset. And yeah, that's about it. I upload the map, and I hope I could help you, dude. And if anyone has a request, send it to me, and if I will not get flooded with requests, so there are not too many, I will try to work on them, and maybe I will not always do a video about it, but I wanted to announce that I will do requests, and I have the suggestion request box. And yeah, if you send it to me, I will look into it, and we'll see if I can do it. If I'm not too dumb for this. And yeah, I will send you, if I create it, I will send you how I done it. I will send you the map, and you can use it on your maps. But please be sure to give me credit, because this was a lot of work, especially to to experiment with the ladder thingy, which is pretty strange. But yeah, maybe you want it for a cool game. I'm not quite sure. And I'm not telling you which game he's making. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Have a nice day, and be sure to use the request box.